Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Another Set of Eyes with today's Excel Bytes blog post. Today we're going to take a look at absolute and relative cell references, but as they pertain to tables as opposed to just regular cells or data ranges. So here's the scenario. By the way, I want to make sure I give proper credit here. I just learned this tip from watching an episode of Excel TV, and it's from Zach Barisi, who was a guest on that show, and I'm putting a link to the YouTube video where he goes through and explains this tip. So this is not something that I discovered or whatever. It's just wanted to pass this along because I thought it was an excellent tip, but please feel free to go to the YouTube video, and actually if you don't subscribe to Excel TV, I would consider doing that because there's some great things that come out of that video series. But here's the tip. If I wanted to make a reference to a cell within my table, let's say I want to get February for product 1, I would just use an equal sign, click on that cell, and enter that. And as you can see, my table name is Sales 2013, and it's referencing the column that is February, and it returns the 19 just as you would expect it to. If I copied that across, you would see it changes to March and April, just as, again, any relative cell reference would do. But the question is, how do you change that to an absolute cell reference? In normal situation, when you're not using a table, you would put dollar signs in front of the column or row indicators to lock those in so they won't change when you copy that cell, but you don't have that same option within a table. So what Zach suggests or recommends is he puts in his equal sign, and then he copies two cells, but then he goes in and changes the second one to match the first. So I'll just double click on February. So now basically I'm saying I want February to February. I copy that and it gives me a 19, but now when I use the autofill handle to drag that across, it still remains it as February to February. It doesn't change that to a relative cell reference. It makes it an absolute cell reference. And now if I copy those down, it will use the relative cell reference in terms of the rows, but in terms of columns, it keeps them locked as the February column because I basically am asking for the range of February to February. And that's how it goes. Hope that's useful to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. And if you'd like to see more, please feel free to go to my website, excel-bytes.com, and I hope you subscribe. Happy excelling.